So living with my mum and my stepdad and feeling somewhat excited and secure about that, and then an element of surprise when my privacy was invaded. There were listening devices placed in my bedroom by my stepdad that he built himself. Everything I knew about my sense of home and safety suddenly felt unsafe. Looked to my mum and went to her for support, and she chose to stay with my stepdad at the time. I ended up at the police station at 3 o'clock in the morning. There must be somebody that can protect me when my own family wouldn't. That's when I started kind of couch surfing and trying not to wear out my welcome with people while I was talking to the police and getting the legal side of things sorted. And I honestly thought that my mum would call and say, "Come home, he's gone, what are you doing?" And that didn't happen, so I was slowly falling and running out of options and people to call. My dog, I had to give him away because he couldn't come with me. And it wasn't till I failed one of my exams, and it was the hardest thing for me to do was to defer that course. I think it was another sense of loss about having to give up another piece of me and something that I loved. So first it was my home life and security, and then it was family that I thought would have my back. Then it was the course, which was my ticket to freedom. It was going to help me get a job and get a life of my own. And then my dog, who was my only family really at that point in time. My day of victory was going back to uni, and it was really difficult, but it was me getting back on the horse and me sticking to a goal that was for me. I wasn't going to let something that happened to me own me and create a label out of my life. So it was really important for me to be me and survive. I never thought I would be homeless. Not having a place to call home and needing to sleep on people's couches and asking for help, and not being able to hold down a job because I don't have a place to get ready properly in the morning or a place to shower. So I would challenge people's perceptions to say that it could be anyone, that from an onlooker's perspective it can be invisible to their eyes, that people will do anything to cover it up because of the guilt and shame that goes with being homeless and that sense of blame. Bad things happen to good people, and it can happen to anyone. My advice to somebody else that was experiencing homelessness would be to seek help and to ask and take that initial first step, which is often the hardest, but to not be embarrassed or ashamed because there is so much help out there. I think for me to have the self-awareness that I have knowing myself through going through that experience of learning who I am and coming from that place of empathy to help others makes all the difference to not just the work that I do, but every time I walk out the door or even on the phone have a conversation, it gives me a chance to inspire others, and that is through my optimism and strength and sharing a little bit of my energy, which I have a lot of, with others to be able to help them be the best they can be.